Hello, hello, hello. Who is out there on Facebook and YouTube land? Just let me know once you're on so we can begin. All right, all right. So, guys, today I'm going to be talking about my $10,000 a month blueprint. Now, this is for those who are looking to quit their job and achieve financial freedom. And this is all done without spending a single dime on paid advertising. So years ago, I remember living out of my car, and through affiliate marketing, I was able to quit the 9 to 5 job life, and I've been able to work for myself ever since. So I want to talk to you guys about the principle of making $10,000 per month. A lot of people think that it's very difficult to reach $10,000 a month. And you have a lot of people telling you that you must pay for your advertising in order to make $10,000 a month. But I'm telling you today that making $10,000 a month is not nearly as difficult as you think it is. Now, for those who have been following me for a while, you've already seen how I became a top earner in 3 different companies. If you guys have been on my Facebook page for a while, you guys have already seen me become a top earner in a company called Easy Cash Code. I was the number 2 top earner in that company, and you can go look this up. Everybody was wondering how exactly I got on those leaderboards and how I raised myself to the number 2 spot. So I was making thousands of dollars in that company, and that was back in 2017. After that, I became a top earner in a company called National Wealth Center. How many of you guys remember that? And then after that, I joined a business called $25 1UP, and within 2 weeks, I was already on that leaderboard. And you guys can look through my timeline wall, you can look through my photos on my Facebook page. You will run into confirmation of that. So when it comes to making $10,000 a month, I am more than qualified to show you exactly how to do the same thing. And as I said before, guys, it's not nearly as difficult as you think it is. But in order to achieve that, we need to move beyond Facebook rather than solely relying on Facebook. So let's just say you have, let's just say $100 product. Let's say your product, whatever it is you're selling, is $100. In order to make $1,000, you would need to make 10 sales, right? Now, typically, out of every 100 visitors you send to your website, typically 1 person will buy. That's industry standard. Typical conversion rates are about 1 to 2%. So for every 100 visitors you send to your website, you can expect 1 to 2 sales. But the problem is, a lot of people, they don't track their traffic. And if they do track their traffic, they don't know what countries their traffic is coming from. So if you don't know what country your traffic is coming from, how will you know what you should improve upon to get the best type of traffic for whatever business you're promoting? Now, out of all of the countries out there, the most profitable traffic to run to your website is U.S. visitors. U.S. visitors are more likely to buy what you're selling. But if you get a lot of people from different countries, the countries that you should avoid are India, Nigeria, Ghana, Morocco. You know, when you're dealing with like India and Nigeria, the average daily wage that they make in those countries are $2 to $3 US per day. So $2 to $3 US per day. So if you've got $100 product, that's just like asking them for a month's worth of their paycheck. So we already know that's just way too expensive. But US traffic is the most profitable. So when I run traffic to my affiliate offers, I focus on the US primarily, Canada as number 2, the UK as number 3, and then you have Australia coming in at number 4. So you need to find a way to be able to tell what country your visitors are coming from. Because did you guys see the screenshot I posted the other day on my timeline wall, where in one single day, I was able to get 1,091 people to my website without even touching paid traffic, and 89% of those visitors were from the US. So I know how to drive niche targeted. This is not just a bunch of random people landing on your website. I know how to run targeted niche specific traffic to my website. And this is how I'm getting results. However, there is a big problem. And this is what my blueprint is going to cover. My $10,000 a month blueprint. This is what it's going to cover. Have you noticed? For those who have ever made any money on Facebook, advertising their business on Facebook, have you noticed that getting sales on Facebook seem to be much easier for you to get versus other traffic sources? And there's a huge reason why. If you've noticed that getting sales on Facebook for you is a piece of cake, but for some other reason, all the other traffic sources, you're getting a bunch of clicks, but you're not getting those signups. There's a reason why this happens, and this is what my blueprint is going to cover. How do you convert cold traffic? That's an important thing to know. How do you convert cold traffic? Now, for those who are watching, and maybe you don't know what cold traffic is, then I'll explain it to you. Cold traffic are the visitors that land on your website and they don't know you from Adam. They have no idea who you are. They've never seen you before. This is cold traffic. So my blueprint is going to be covering how to convert cold traffic into sales when the people that are landing on your site never seen you before. But when you're posting on Facebook, for anybody that has made money on Facebook, you'll notice that for you, a lot of people just seem to go to Facebook a lot because they say things like it's so much easier to sell on Facebook. When it's not really easier, it's just the fact that we have a lot of people on this platform called Facebook, but they can go to your page, they can check out who you are, and a lot of your sales are people that have been following you for a very, very long time. So when it comes time to offer your product, they've already developed that trust for you. But the only thing is, advertising solely on Facebook is going to give you a lot of limitations. Like we already know, you can't just go on Facebook and post 20, 30 times in a day. If you try to do that, Facebook is going to put you in Facebook jail. So Facebook comes with a whole lot of limitations. So if you're out there posting too much, and a lot of times Facebook, they don't even like links in your post. Yeah, I still do it, but I know that Facebook does not like links in your post. So when you start adding links to your post, your organic reach, the amount of people that Facebook allows your post to be shown to, dramatically decreases. So Facebook has all of these limitations on how far you can go with free advertising. So picture this. Let's just say you've got a $100 product. Some of you guys are in Tradera. Some of you guys have joined the new Forex trading business called Epic. Some of you guys have joined that. Some of you guys are in TextBot AI, you know, the automated system that sends out the text message and automates your business. A lot of you guys are in that. So these products are like $99 or $100. So if you want to just make $1,000, you're going to need 10 sales. And remember earlier in this video, I told you guys that the average sales conversion rate is 1 to 2% out of every 100 people. So if you want to make $1,000, you're going to need 1,000 people to your website. And almost all of that traffic needs to be US traffic, because this is how you get higher conversion rates, by driving American traffic. So this blueprint is going to show you how to find out what countries your visitors are coming from. That's extremely important. You can't just be getting traffic from Nigeria, Ghana, Morocco, and all these other countries and expect to make a lot of money, because like I said, the average daily wage that they make out there is $2 to $3 US per day. So if that's the average daily wage, you can't just present a $100 item to them. What you need is primarily US traffic and also Canada for number 2. Now, if you have 1,000 people going to your website, that means you have to make 10 sales in order to make 1,000. So if you need only 10 sales to make $1,000 with a $100 product, you'll see and you'll be able to do the math of how much it's going to take in order for you to get $10,000 a month, guys. And so I've been able to do this repeatedly for a very long time now. And so in order for you, if you've got a $100 product, in order for you to make $10,000 a month, you are going to need 10,000 visitors to your website in a month time. That's 30 days. You need 10,000 visitors to your website. The problem is, for all of you guys that are relying on Facebook, you're not going to get 10,000 visitors to your website in a single month. I promise you, it will not happen when you're advertising for free on Facebook. So that means every day, this whole blueprint is about what you need to be doing every single day to get 10,000 visitors. So for all of you guys that are in Daily Takeover, you guys are already members of dailytakeover.com. I'm setting up a blueprint that's going to show you what you need to be doing every single day to get 10,000 visitors to your website in a month. So if you guys have already seen me drive 1,091 visitors to my website for free, and 89% of my visitors were US visitors, well, this blueprint is going to show you what traffic sources I'm using, how often am I using them, and what is the strategy of converting that cold traffic. Because I know a lot of marketers have the problem of you're getting a whole lot of clicks to your website, but no sales. So what's up with that? So this blueprint is going to show you how to pull traffic from the other traffic sources. It's going to explain how I'm using the traffic sources and how I'm getting people that don't even know me to buy. Because when it comes to internet marketing, trust is how you get paid. I'm going to say it again. Trust is how you get paid. If you've got a website that you're sending traffic to, there needs to be something about that website that gets people to trust you. What is it that you need to do on your website to get people that don't know you from a can of paint? They've never seen you before. They don't know you from Adam. How do you get cold traffic to buy from you? Now, for those who are in Daily Takeover, you guys have already heard of one of the traffic sources that I'm about to mention right now. Now, one of those traffic sources is classified submissions. That's one out of the 1,429 plus traffic sources that Daily Takeover has. Now, some people have bought the classified submissions, and they're going, Stefan, I got a lot of clicks, but I didn't get a lot of sales. What's up with that, right? But this blueprint is going to show you how to convert the people that don't know anything about you. Because if people don't know anything about you, they don't trust you. If the trust is not there, they don't buy. So that's the name of the game. You have to get people to trust you, and you got to be able to convert people that have never seen you before and make them believe in the product that you're selling. So this blueprint is going to show you what you need to do every day. Now, I'm working on the page, and I just started working on that page today. That page is going to have some training modules on it. That page is going to show you what you need to do every day. I'm going to tell you the traffic sources I'm using to make that happen, how often I'm using them, and how to get the people that just absolutely don't know you to buy from you. That's going to be the blueprint. So every day you work your business, or whether you are, maybe you're just wanting to promote the Daily Takeover program, because we do pay out $100 commissions per referral. But if you're in that boat where you have a $100 product, then this blueprint is going to break down exactly what I do. Basically, what I'm giving you is my daily routine. I know a lot of you guys have been asking for it. You guys have been asking, what do I do every day to get that traffic? Now, earlier in this video, I talked about the fact that if you have a $100 product and 1 to 2% of people typically buy the very first time they see your offer, the very first time. So if you send 100 people to your website, most of those people need to be US traffic. That's number one. Number two, if you're trying to get 10,000 visitors to your website with a $100 product, that means every single day you're going to need to get 333 visitors to your website every single day. 333 visitors to your website every day to make $10,000 a month happen. But the question is, you need to be able to know what country your traffic is coming from, and you need to know what traffic sources I'm using, and you need to know what order that I'm using them in. Because as soon as I wake up in the morning, I have a set routine of everything I do to hit those numbers. And if you can get 333 visitors to your website that is niche specific and they're US visitors, you can see $10,000 a month. It doesn't matter what's happening in a pandemic. None of that even matters. Because yes, we have over 40 million Americans out of work. However, when you're able to send massive traffic to your website, you're always going to run into those people that do have money to invest. So this blueprint is going to show you how to hit those numbers. Exactly. Now, we know that Daily Takeover has over 1,429 traffic sources, right? But you need a blueprint. So for those who are looking to quit your job, maybe you're tired of this pandemic stuff, and you're looking for a way where you don't even have to return to your job by the time the pandemic is over, this blueprint is for you. Because I know a lot of people, they have that dream of just not even having to go back to work. Because, it's the pandemic going around, and, nowadays there's no such thing as job security. And so within 3 months of being in an online business, I was able to walk away from a 12-hour job. Now, for those who don't know, I used to work at a company called Lineage. Now, Lineage is a company in Riverside, California. You guys can go look this up. I used to work 12-hour shifts there. And so one day I started to notice that my income was increasing. Everything in that business remember the Easy Cash Code business I talked about earlier? I used to work in that business, and things got so good in that business, I was able to walk away from that job. I was able to walk out of that job in the middle of the shift. Now, keeping in mind, it was a cold storage warehouse. I worked there 12 hours a day. So it used to really kill my body. And the management was awful. I was just not happy at that job. So when I walked out of that job, they were telling me, no, you got to finish unloading these trucks, Stefan. You didn't finish your job, and you didn't even give us a 2-week notice. And I said, look, guys, I don't want to give no 2-week notice. I just want to get out of here. I just want to go. I ended up walking into the manager's office and basically almost having a full-out battle with him, trying to get me to stay. And so I ended up signing my papers. They finally let me go. I ended up signing my papers, and they were walking me out of the building. And as they were walking me through the warehouse and outside of the building, everybody at that warehouse thought that I got fired. They were just giving me that, oh, what did you do now, Stefan? Look. That's the type of look they were giving me. And they soon found out that I didn't get fired. I actually quit. And so a lot of the people that were working with me at that time, a lot of you guys have joined me on Facebook. So shout out to those who used to work with me and they're watching this video. Hi, guys. So I just got to tell you. But how do you hit 333 visitors to your website, and most of them being US traffic, without even having to pay anything on YouTube ads, anything on Facebook ads? You don't even have to touch Instagram or TikTok or anything like that. You don't have to touch any major social media sites, because with Daily Takeover, you get that 1,429 plus traffic sources, and I'm constantly adding new traffic sources to the dailytakeover.com training. But what I want to show you guys for all the dailytakeover.com members is exactly what traffic sources I was using. Exactly what I do every single day, my step-by-step blueprint. And the reason why this blueprint is so important is because a lot of people, they get on the internet and yeah, they make a few posts on Facebook, but after they finish making their Facebook post, they don't know what else to do. Like, for those of you who don't have multiple traffic sources, maybe you guys can let me know this. When you guys post on Facebook, let's say you post 3 or 4 times, what do you do for your business outside of that to get a good amount of visitors to your website? What do you do after Facebook? A lot of people, they don't do anything. They don't know what else to do. And so online, time is the only thing you can't get back. If you lose money on the internet, you can always get the money back. But it's something about that time that you can never, ever, ever get back. So let's say you've got a business and you get out there and you make a post about your business. And after you finish Facebook, you have nothing else to do because you've never been taught other traffic sources. So what happens with the rest of your day? We've got 24 hours in a day. What do you do once you finish posting on Facebook? And maybe you got comments on your post, maybe you didn't. But outside of that, what else do you have to do? So if it only takes, I would say, less than 15 minutes to make 3 posts, what do you do with the other 23 hours of your day? So I'm going to be breaking it down to you guys for all the members that are in Daily Takeover, what to do with your spare time. I know a lot of people that just post and that's just it. They post on Facebook and they just go home for the rest of the day. So if I can show you guys a blueprint, what I do from the time I wake up in the morning until the time I stop working on my business for the day, I'm going to be showing you guys exactly what I did with the time that I had available. So you can do this as often or as little as you like, but my suggestion is that you go hard at this. Now, this blueprint is going to force you to step out of your comfort zone. That means everything I say in this blueprint, you have to be willing to do regardless of if it makes you feel comfortable. We have some people, actually a lot of people, that will go through the Daily Takeover training and they'll follow this strategy and this strategy, but then they have all these other strategies that they don't follow. I don't know if it's because they don't feel like it or maybe it just makes them feel uncomfortable. But this blueprint is going to force you out of your comfort zone because if you're going to hit $10,000 a month, that's going to require you to step out of your comfort zone. There's little money. There's very little money you're going to make when you're constantly stuck in your comfort zone. So again, this blueprint is going to show you how to convert cold traffic from those other traffic sources. Because besides Facebook, all of those other traffic sources, the 1,429 traffic sources, yes, they are free traffic sources, but they're filled with thousands and millions of people that have never seen you before. They don't know who you are. How do you get those type of people to convert? Facebook is one of the easiest ways to make sales, but then you live with all these limitations on how often you're allowed to post, where you're allowed to post. We have Facebook that doesn't like you putting links in your posts. You've got all these limitations with Facebook. So you've got all these other traffic sources, but guess what? The people on those other platforms, they have no idea who you are. So this blueprint is going to show you how to convert traffic filled with thousands and millions of people that have never seen you before. How do you get them to buy? Because at the end of the day, if they don't trust you, they're not going to buy from you. What exactly am I doing on the other platforms to get people that have never seen me before to sign up to my businesses? What traffic sources am I using every day? How often am I using them? How exactly am I using them? In what order? In what way? This blueprint is going to share with you everything I'm doing so that every day you wake up and you want to advertise your business, you're going to have a step-by-step guide of exactly what I do every day that you can start implementing. And like I said, you got to be willing to step out of your comfort zone. If I didn't step out of my comfort zone in online business, I would still be living out of my car. Because when I first started an online business and I became the #2 top earner in that company called Easy Cash Code, I did all of that out of my car. So I'm going to show you, doesn't matter what position in life you are in, this is, if I can make it out of my car and make it to financial freedom, I know that no matter what you're going through, you can make it too. Now, if you found yourself in a position where maybe you lost your job in a pandemic, none of that matters, because if you can hit, I don't know what your goals are. Some people have financial goals and they say, well, if I could just make $5,000, I'll be happy. Some people will say, if I could just make an extra $3,000 a month, I'll be happy. That'll be enough for me. I don't know what your goals are, but when I was working a regular job, working at that cold storage warehouse and even a warehouse before that, I was only making $15 an hour. And so every paycheck I got every 2 weeks was only $950. $950 and $950 every 2 weeks, that was only $1,900. So if you have a $15 an hour paying job, you would be amazed with how easy it is to do that on the internet. And so if you could just make if you make $15 an hour, if you can just make $2,000 a month, you'll be able to walk away from that job. If you make $3,000, let's say you started to make $4,000 a month instead of $3,000, you can walk away from that job. So I don't know what everybody's goals are. I don't know how much money you make from your jobs, but this is about designing a blueprint that anybody can follow, like literally everybody. So we want to get everybody on the same page. And for those who are in Daily Takeover and you have not completed the training, I see a lot of repeat questions in the group, and I can tell it's because a lot of people have not completed that training. So if you haven't done that yet, make sure to watch everything in that training link. And above all things, you got to take notes because the Daily Takeover training is long. It's very long. And the reason why it's so long is because I'm actually teaching people things. Like you join a lot of programs out there that will give you maybe 5 or 6 videos and they're only like 5 minutes long. My videos are extensive because I'm actually teaching you things. Like how many of you have joined a program that doesn't really teach you anything? I'm a victim of that too. I joined a business because I'm all about multiple streams of income. I joined a business about 2 weeks ago and it was a high ticket business, high ticket sales. So I joined this business. I said, hey, this sounds like a good business and let me check out what their training is like. I went back there in the back office and looked at their training, and every single training module they have is only 2 to 3 minutes long, 5 minutes long at the maximum. And I said, man, you can't learn anything in 5 minutes. So when you compare teachings like that to the Daily Takeover training, you'll see that my videos are long and they're extensive. And the reason why they're long and extensive is because you're actually learning something. I take the time to actually teach people what they need to know. I know it's long, guys, in that training. I know it's long, but if you get through it, by the time I drop this blueprint, everything is going to make sense. If you don't complete all of this training that we have right now inside of the training area with dailytakeover.com, if you don't complete all that training, this blueprint is not going to make any sense to you. It's not. So I recommend everybody who has not completed everything is to go through all the training. Make sure you're clicking on every button, watching every video, viewing everything on the page so that this blueprint can actually make sense to you. So all of these months that Daily Takeover has been around, what people don't realize is all the training that I've put back there was all setting you up for this moment right now, the 10K blueprint. So all of those trainings fit together like a perfect puzzle. If you can get through all that training, and above all things, take notes. Definitely take notes. If you have not completed the training, you need to go through that training. Make sure to take notes because even in science, it's a scientific fact that all the words that I tell people and everything that people tell you in words and even in video, within 24 hours, you will have already forgotten 75% of everything that I said in that training. That's scientific fact. The average human brain only retains 25% of the information it was given the day prior. So after 48 hours, you forgot more stuff. But if you take notes and you constantly review your notes every single day, that's how the information is going to stick. And so in order to hit this goal of $10,000 a month, you definitely need to go through the training that's already there so that this blueprint can actually make sense. If I drop this blueprint and you have not gone through the training, this blueprint is not going to make any sense to you. It's not. Because every single training module is all fitting together like a perfect puzzle to prepare you for this blueprint so that every day that you wake up and you start working on your business, you're going to know exactly what to do, when to do it, and what order to do it. You're going to know exactly what traffic sources that I'm using and that I've used in the past to get out of living out of my car, eating top ramen noodle bricks, showering at 24-hour fitness because I had no other place to live. You're going to find the blueprint I was using to get out of my car, become a top earner in 3 different companies. You're going to get that exact same blueprint, but the thing is you've got to be willing. You got to be willing to do everything in that blueprint. Your answer Always has to be yes. If you see a training video, you can never say to yourself, no, I'm not going to do that. I don't feel comfortable doing that. Or I don't feel like doing that. I'm going to pick and choose which modules I want to follow. You can't do that because everything needs to be done together like a puzzle. If one piece of the puzzle is missing, the whole blueprint falls apart. So you definitely want to go through all that training. So for those who want to achieve that financial freedom, I want you to be at a place that even when the pandemic is over, you don't even need to look for a job anymore. Because I quit my job after being in online business for only 3 months. Only 3 months is all it took me to get out of living out of my car, quitting that job, getting my own place, being happy, financial freedom all over the place. And that's what I want for you guys. But you got to be willing. And it's going to take some serious effort on your part. You're not just going to get that overnight. It's going to take a lot of work, but the payout will be great if you're really that serious. And remember, your answer, whatever I'm saying in that training, your answer has always got to be yes. It can never be no. Because like I said, if one piece of that puzzle is missing, the whole blueprint falls apart. So every training module, you got to take notes. You got to look through everything. Because I want you guys to be at that point where you don't have to look for a job anymore. And you can be fully confident that you'll never have to look for a job ever again. Now, I've been out of work for years now. And when I walked away from that last job that I was at, I knew in my heart that I would never have to return to a job ever again. I felt it. I just knew it was my time. I knew it was my time to shine, and I made it happen. Now, when I walked out of that 12-hour shift job, that cold storage warehouse, back then, I was making $6,000 a month back then. And so when I look at the income that I was making at that job, $1,900 a month compared to $6,000 a month, I got there based off of a blueprint. And so that's what I'm going to be dropping in that daily takeover training. But you got to be serious. You got to go all in. So I don't know how many of you guys that are watching that are daily takeover members. I see some of you. I see Misty here. Who else is here? I'm trying to recognize your picture. But I know a lot of you guys that are watching, you guys are daily takeover members. So you guys are going to get my blueprint. There's no reason these days for people to be struggling, not knowing, where their money's going to come from. You're a few days away from getting your cell phone shut off. You're very close to being evicted. I've met a lot of people that are in that situation because of this pandemic. And so this blueprint is going to show you how to kick butt, even in a pandemic. I want you guys to achieve that financial liberty so you don't have any worries or stress on your chest. I know some of you guys got family, you've got kids. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen for your sake, for your marriage sake, for your family's sake, for your children's sake, for your own happiness sake. Let's make that happen. But again, you got to be willing and you got to be diligent. And you definitely don't want to take any breaks. Don't do it one day and then stop for a week or stop for 3 days. You've got to do it consistently every day. So today, I started working on that blueprint, getting the whole checklist together. It's going to be a checklist, not only in text form, but it's going to be a blueprint video showing you what I do throughout my entire day. Because some people think that I just post on Facebook and that's it. No. Anytime I make a post on Facebook, that's only the beginning. Like, for example, I'm doing this live video right now. But after I do this live video, I'm still not done. I still have 1,429 other places to advertise my businesses. You see, Facebook is never the end for me. I always have so many other things to do even after I post on Facebook. We need to get you to that point where you don't run out of things to do. If you run out of things to do to advertise your business and you run out of places to go, that means all these hours of your day is being wasted basically doing nothing. You need to know what to do with all the time that you do have. A lot of us are quarantined. We go out, we still go places, but this pandemic is definitely no joke. And a lot of people have lost their jobs over it. So I'm assuming a lot of you guys have free time on your hands. And if you got a lot of free time on your hands, this blueprint is definitely going to work for you. So I don't want to ramble, but guys, for the dailytakeover.com members, keep a lookout for that training link because I'm going to be coming in the group. Once the blueprint is done, once the training module is made, I'm going to come in the group and I'm going to make an announcement. Now, from the time you finish that blueprint training, you can hit the ground running. Every day, you'll know exactly what to do, in what order, what traffic sources, and what way to do it, so you can turn that cold traffic, people that don't know you, into customers. But remember, you're going to have to break out that comfort zone. That's the only way you're going to get there. So I'm going to show you exactly how I did that. So again, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate that. You could have been anywhere else, but you decided to watch this video. So if you're serious, if you're a Daily Takeover member and you're serious, keep an eye out for that blueprint. And if you're not a Daily Takeover member and you know you don't want to go back to work and you know you want to finally start seeing results, go to dailytakeover.com. Again, that's dailytakeover.com. I'll also be putting the link above this video. And also, if you want to give me a call, and I usually don't do this on Facebook. I do it on other traffic sources, but I don't typically do it on Facebook. I'm going to be putting our 800 number above this post. So if you'd like to call, you want to speak to one of our representatives, or if you just want to speak to me directly, you can do that. I'm going to put my 800 number above this video. You can call or text that number, and we'll talk about getting you that plan, that marketing plan, and also get you access to all the training, all the tools, all the giveaway incentives that we give away for any business we promote to blow our sales through the roof. Now, when I just said incentives, some of you may not know what I'm talking about. And if you look all over my timeline wall, you're going to see every day, almost every day, where I mention Daily Takeover and what we have to offer to you. And it's just, I've never seen a program have as much as Daily Takeover offers for an online business. It's going to blow you away. Just go to dailytakeover.com and you're going to be amazed at what you see on that website, because I don't see any other program giving away all the stuff that we give away for our businesses. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I got to get out of here. I got to walk my dogs and I got to make dinner. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, guys.